You know, no doubt now, we all been through pain. That's true. And because everybody been through pain, especially childhood traumas and things like that, you have a lot of people that say things like, I would never chastise my children. I would never whoop my kids. I'm not going to put my hands on my kids. I will give you some benefits to why that is something you should reconsider doing. Keeping your hands off your children. You should reconsider that, right? And I'll give you some reasons why. Number one, your children not only need to know what discipline is, but you don't want the first time your children experience violence brought to them by someone else being angry from somebody else on the outside of the house. You don't want them to go to school or be going to the corner store or be playing outside on the street and have their first encounter with violence be outside. Your son might get punched in the face by a neighbor, the little guy next door across the street or something. And his first reaction to getting punched in the face, because he never felt pain or violence from somebody else due to anger that he caused for whatever reason, he might be inclined to run. His first reaction might be, get out of here. He might bitch up because he never been touched before violently. He never felt pain before. Your daughter, she might get another little girl might slap her or kick her for her baby doll, and she might run or something, but she never felt pain. She don't know what it is to be violent. She don't know how to defend herself. You need to teach your kids pain resistance and what to do in violent situations. You don't want nobody on the outside to see your children as something to take advantage of. That's one. The second thing is, your child will know when to play and when not to play. You ever seen a baby, right? I'm sure we've all been through this. You ever seen a baby where the parent says, sit down, and the child still think the mom is playing or the dad is playing? No, but you're no longer playing. You're not playing. You're serious now. Take a seat. But the child still thinks you're joking. You need to chastise your children because they need to know when it is time to be serious. All right, I'm making this person mad. I'm provoking this person's anger. Let me stop doing what I'm doing before an issue starts. Whether later on in life they know how to handle themselves or not, they still need to know how to de-escalate situations. They need to know how to not be the problem, how to not be the cause of a situation. That's the second thing. The third thing is energy reading. Your children need to know how to read energy. They need to be able to see different moods and mood swings when a person is going into a different energy than where they at right now. Y'all could be in the middle of a conversation and that person could be happy, or that person can be cool, vibing high. And then you say something or they say something, 20 seconds later, that person is going into a whole nother energy. They don't want to talk no more. That person probably veering off. Now that person pulled out their cell phone. They scrolling all in their phone. Now they not even looking at you no more. But before you said whatever you said, that person, the phone was never thought of. They was very attentive. Y'all had, the utmost eye contact. The conversation was on fire, but you said something. So they need to know energy reading, right? So this person in this conversation, they could be cool, but you said something. Now this person angry now. This person mad now. Your child will be able to know how to walk away from people or walk away from situations or things before a situation even starts if they know how to energy read. That will come from violent situations. You learn energy reading. Well, I can speak for myself. I will speak for myself. I've learned how to read energy through violent situations in my life. So I'm just going to give those three things, those three reasons right there why people should chastise their children. There's a good way to do things, and there's a bad way to do things, and there's a bad reason to do things, and there's a good reason to do things. We got to look at the good of everything. These are good reasons why you should chastise your children, other than just the discipline. You know what I'm saying? Which we all would agree that we need discipline, right? But God's Alpha Son.